Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. Alright, so this week up on the Skerploppet, we have,
What?
of course, as always, the account progress and updates.
Oh
So
my god.
we're going to be going over that. And then we
The
have...
Skerplocket? Wait, what is it called?
We'll just move past it. And
Oh my
then
god.
we have, of course, there was a update this week, but before that, we actually have some Group Iron improvements, quality of life changes that they are talking about.
Ooh, big changes?
Interesting changes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, potentially big changes. Depends on how far they go with it. But we'll take a look at that and go over that. It's going to be a pretty nice blog. And then, of course, the update, and we'll finish off with a Q&A as always.
All right.
Yep, but before we get into it, of course, Michelle, how's it going?
Pretty good. So last week, if y'all remember, very south.
Y'all.
So I was working on runecrafting for my achievement diaries, and I got it.
Nice.
And I finished.
Congratulations.
I finished all of my achievement diaries.
Yeah, you got the diary cape, right?
It's great. I love the emote. It's super cool. And I don't know what to use the XP lamp on now.
I know, right?
I'm like, am I going to want to get max eventually? Or should I do something related to like combat achievements? I have no idea. So it's just chilling. I have not really played on my regular account since getting the achievement cape because I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Like,
Yeah.
I might just...
You need like a new objective.
I need a new objective. And also, like, I could just have fun, like, just doing like random stuff like Slayer or bossing and not really having a goal. But at the same time, I'm having a lot of fun on my GIM questing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been spending a lot of...
Have you been questing a lot, or have you been playing it a lot? Or
Yeah,
what?
I've been playing it every single time I stream. And I've had some long streams this hour. Like, a couple that were
This
like
hour?
4... Just this hour.
Yeah.
I've had a couple long streams this week.
Yeah.
Like, a couple that were like 4.5 hours. I think one was nearly 5 hours. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty
It
good.
was till like 1 a.m. That's all I know. And yeah, I've been questing, trying to do without quest guides for the most part, but sometimes when I get really stuck, I will look stuff up.
Yeah,
No shame.
it's funny because like I'm doing the exact opposite, and I just blow through these quests, and I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I asked him for a hint on one of the quests. He's like, I don't remember. I just did what it said. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
literally just
oh.
click on all the stuff.
So I just looked it up.
I'm trying to blast at them as fast as possible because I think it was either Mod Arcane or Aiza. I forgot who, maybe even both. But I think several mods have mentioned Quest Helper, the add-on for Runelight, being like too powerful.
It's very
and
powerful.
them thinking about like removing it. And
I mean,
they said that
never really
weeks
used
ago.
it, so I would just use the wiki still.
Yeah, I mean, I used the wiki up until this time. Like I have the Quest Cape on my other account, and I never used Quest Helper because I wasn't out during that time. So I mean, I don't need it, but it does make it way faster.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So I'm trying to knock them out as fast as I can on my GM before they remove it. Although I don't think that'll happen anytime soon.
You don't think you'll get your entire quest cape before it's gone, or you don't think that'll be gone soon?
I don't think it'll be gone soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely think I'll get my cape before it.
Dang, okay.
Not because I'm going fast, just because Jagex goes slow.
What? I've never noticed that. Account security, what?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So I've been doing quests very, very slowly. He officially surpassed me last week. I was ahead of him for so long, and then he started questing, and it was all mega fast.
I had like 2 days where I was just like blasting through like 15 quests or 20 quests or something like that.
Yeah, it was fun for him. A little sad for me because that was my flex before, that I was getting all the quests done. But it's okay. I'm sure I'll catch up. I'm sure he'll get tired.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I am going pretty fast. I'm enjoying it.
Other than that, I've been working on agility as well. Copied Rob actually on that one because he was doing agility and was talking about getting graceful. I only have one graceful piece so far. I have
you actually
the
need
gloves.
to grind it more.
I was gonna grind it while we record right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't really do quests while we're recording if I'm not using a quest guide. I have to actually like think, use my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'll probably be working on agility. But all I have is gloves. I went and got the boots of lightness at least. So I'm a little lighter. My agility is up to 41 now, actually.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
there's
crazy.
a quest yesterday, I think, that rewarded some.
It's crazy always looking at like the different agility levels and thinking about how many different marks or how many marks you can get in between each level, because I'm only 9 levels ahead of you and I have enough for multiple more pieces than you.
Yeah, but a lot of my agility was from questing before. Like, I didn't start working on agility till after you. I got 41 last night after a quest. I think it was only 30 something.
Yeah, mine's only 51 though.
Yeah. I've been using some
So
XP lamps on it too. Whenever I get XP lamps.
Yeah, that means that's crazy though. It's just like it means that I've gotten like 100 marks, like almost 100 marks more than you in 10 levels.
Yeah, someone's getting lucky with the marks.
Yeah, also I just feel like you get so many. Like after like 70, I feel like you just have like way more than you'll ever need.
And I don't know if I noticed that.
Oh, really?
No.
Even on your main? I mean, because I already got the recolor.
Well, I started going to Pristinus and stuff.
Oh,
I never did the recolor.
Yeah, because I already got the recolor, and I got like a bunch of amylase and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. It just seems like you can get so much in a level.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I'm hoping to get another agility piece, but my main goal is just questing. I now have 104 quest points. How many quest points do you have?
Let me check. 101.
Wait, how do I have more than you? Oh, I did all the free-to-play quests before I bonded up.
Yeah, you did more quests than me, and also I've skipped a couple quests that you've done.
Oh yeah, he skipped rat catchers and Ixlarin's little helper.
Yeah, because I don't have a cat.
Your cat keeps running away. You've had 2 cats.
I've had 2 separate cats, and the first time I actually he's like, oh,
you neglected him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I need attention, and then he's like, oh, I need a lot of attention. And then I was like...
And then he kept not giving you attention.
No, as I was like going to pet the cat, he's like, all right, bye, and leaves. Like the most moodiest cat. And then
most moody.
The second cat, I didn't even see leave. I just logged on and he was just gone.
That's worse. That means you were more neglectful. You didn't even notice him go.
I didn't even notice, yeah.
That's so messed up. Yeah, me and my cat, we've been hanging out, doing quests. Rat catchers took me like 2 hours on stream last night trying to do it without any help. And also, like, obviously I have no teleports anywhere, basically. So that was exciting. But yeah, just questing and agility for now. And I'm sure I'll think of more stuff to mention later, but that's all I could think of right now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, what have you been up to? Or how are you?
How am I? Well, I'm doing pretty well.
How am I?
How am I? How dare you? But, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I like you said, I've been doing a lot of quests on the GIM. I'm playing the GIM right now. And I think last time we were talking about the GIM on the podcast, I was like, I don't know, less than 50 quest points. So now I have 100. So it's kind of a big improvement. And also, I think last time I had like 200 or 300 total level. Now I have nearly 800.
799. Nice. Oh, I'm at 609.
Yeah.
Dang,
so I've definitely been like not going really hard. You know, I'm not playing it for like 8 hours a day or anything like that. But
6.
Yeah. Sometimes I've only been auto-logged once.
Yeah.
This week. So
you play a lot whenever I'm streaming too, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, so it's like at least 4 hours a day.
It's weird. But I have done like a ton of winter tot. Not a ton. I think I have
You've done a ton. Because tell everyone your fire making level.
My fire making level is 76.
That's really good.
Yeah, and I've also gotten 38 fleshing from it.
Yeah, and you only started doing winter tot this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't have 100 like KC or anything there. It's just I think I have like 50 or 60 like in between there. So it's not like an insane amount, but it's like a good amount. And
I feel like it's insane for you on your group Ironman account to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of people. I think the reason I say it's not crazy is because there's probably like a lot of Ironmen that just like immediately get 99.
Well, yeah, but I think that's not us.
No,
that's not something that we would do.
No,
so for you, and I'm sure like all the listeners of the podcast have realized like that seems like a lot for you.
Yeah. But also
certainly a lot to me.
Besides that, I actually did fishing trawler for more than one time in my history of ever.
Did you get any pieces?
Yeah, I got the hat.
Oh, I got the hat too.
Yeah.
I did fishing trawler just a few times.
Yeah, I actually did it like 20 times. I'm getting unlucky. I haven't gotten any other pieces. I just got the hat.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But I'm liking it a lot. I just I really don't want to go back until I can like semi-reliably get max points, because once you get max points you have a higher chance of getting the pet, and you also have you get 50% more fish.
Oh, that's significant.
Yeah, so it's huge. It's the same reward as having the elite diary done for the area.
So what level do you think you need to be getting maxed every time?
I don't exactly know. I think I need to look it up, like look up a guide or
I didn't know if it was relevant to levels or just like you speed clicking everywhere.
Yeah, the reason I'm actually working on the quest that I've been wanting to work on for a long time, because I'm working on Fairy Tale Part 1 for anyone that doesn't know, if you finish Fairy Tale Part 1 and then start Fairy Tale Part 2, you get access to the fairy rings.
Which is like the most
Yeah,
the most best thing ever.
One of the biggest unlocks early game.
I'm considering skipping it. I think I only have a couple more, and then I could skip to it if I want, because I need those unlocks, dude.
Yeah, the only thing you have to do that's a prerequisite is, I think, Lost City.
Okay, I don't think I've done Lost City, but
Lost City and Nature's
should.
Spirit. So Lost City, if you're doing the quest guide, it's right before it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, either way, it's not like a super hard quest or anything like that. But you do have to defeat like a level 111 enemy, so it's kind of difficult in that regard, I guess.
And you don't really get to wear any armor, right?
No, you can. It's just you have to use Sekutors to fight them. So.
Oh well, I mean, you could always try and get overhead prayers.
Yeah, I don't have an overhead prayers yet.
One thing I got this week was I unlocked Protect from Mage.
Yeah, you got bones. Yeah.
Yeah, I went and was doing bones at the Chaos Altar just to get.
Yeah, you've never been to the Chaos Altar, have you?
I'd never used the Chaos Altar. I've been there for like clue scrolls. That's it.
Yeah.
But I did it because I was only like 2 levels away, and I wanted it to be quick because I needed it for the quest I was about to do. So I went and did it in the wilderness, and it was cool. Didn't get PK'd. I think there's like these people teleported in, were PKing each other. There was 3 of them.
Oh yeah, they didn't want to fight you.
They didn't want to fight me, and I just finished, and I was like, free telly, and then they just ignored me and killed each other, and then they left.
They're like, actually, no.
They're like, she's not worth it, and I was like, wow, I would have actually accepted a free ride to Lumbridge. Now I'm gonna have to go walk back.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious.
I wanted to die, and they were like, nah, you're not worth it.
Maybe next time.
I
might
be
not even worth their time.
I might be too low combat for them to attack me, but also
I don't think so, because
the other people they were fighting were wearing armor and stuff, and I'm just standing there.
It's definitely possible, but that's so deep in the wildy. I think they would have had to have been over 90 combat, which is definitely possible.
Yeah.
But still, that's really funny.
I think it's just because I wasn't wearing any armor, and I clearly didn't have anything if I'm asking them for a free teleport.
Yeah, they're all like, oh.
They're like, no, dude, I'm not going to kill you.
Especially because if they're camping the Chaos Altar, they probably run into that kind of often.
People who are just like, all right, can I get a ride?
Yeah, and also you can see the bones people lay down at an altar, so they're like, oh, you're not carrying superiors, I might as well just not even kill you.
Oh, I know, I was just doing big bones.
Yeah.
And some regular.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, those are white bones, let me just leave.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, exactly. So they probably knew.
That was hilarious. It was on stream too. It was so embarrassing. Everyone showed up and everyone was like, oh my god. And everyone was like, oh my god, you're gonna get PK'd. And then like
literally nothing.
They
happened.
literally hopped worlds rather than killing me.
Yeah. They're like, all right, let's find something more
valuable. It would just take in one hit. All you gotta do is just one hit me, and then yeah. Everyone was saying that they were probably too high level, but I don't know if they were.
Yeah, it's definitely probably.
I hope
unless
they
there were
were
like random pures that are camping Chaos Altar, which
Yeah.
would be weird. I don't see that happening.
I hope that they were high level though, because otherwise it's like, wow, am I so insignificant? You don't even want to kill my character.
It's funny you didn't even hover over them. You didn't see their combat level?
No, I was too distracted because at first I was scared of dying, and then I was like just trying to click my bones. I only had like 3 bones left, so I was just trying to quickly pray out my bones, getting ready for my death, and then they never got me. They just left.
Getting ready for nothing.
I could probably find their names on stream. I'm sure I like scrolled over without right clicking them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I could always go back and look. It was funny though, because they like hopped over. It was really intense.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I guess like randomly, like we kind of got like tangented. That was like an interesting tangent, but I think we were talking about why I'm doing Fairy Tale. But either way,
oh my god, how did we?
I don't know. Either way, I was doing Fairy Tale. The whole reason I don't want to go back to Fishing Trawler or Wintertot right now is because if you have access to fairy rings, then you have you have access to like a really easy rune axe.
Oh,
which is kind of a big deal because right now I'm using a steel axe, which I mean obviously is like way worse than a rune axe. So
yeah,
it'll make like the chance of you hitting especially in Fishing Trawler, I think much higher, which will give me like a much higher chance to get more points. Or at least I'm hoping so. Like I said, I didn't look up any quests or any guides or anything like that.
It just seems like that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm waiting to get the rune axe, and then I think I'm gonna get. Also we added someone to our group.
Yes, our child Alfresco.
Yeah, so shout out to Alfresco. He doesn't listen, or they don't listen. But Yeah, Alfresco is someone from the stream, and we added them to the group. And so I think I'm gonna get Michelle and Alfresco a rune axe as well,
We're so spoiled over here.
or maybe just an adamant axe. I'm not sure because they
Oh,
also drop
man.
adamant axes. I don't want to
Okay.
be there for like 100 kills because it is like a 1 out of
Fine.
30 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way. So I got that. Also, I got a rune scimitar yesterday, so that's kind of cool.
You got a rune scimitar? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you got it
remember?
as a drop.
Yeah, I got it as a drop from the Zamorakian warriors.
Yeah, what was the drop rate for that?
It's like 1 out of, I think it's 1 out of 50 or something like that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I got it around like 30 or 40 KC, which isn't too bad.
Under the drop rate.
Yeah, just slightly, but it did cost me quite a few thousand gold because I had to buy all the runes because you have to save spot them because they're like level 80.
Oh, okay.
I guess you don't have to, but it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
So,
Seems risque.
yeah, exactly. But either way, I'm really glad I got it because it took me, I told Michelle this yesterday, but it took me like over 20 minutes of flinching to kill Agrith Nar.
Yeah. That's the
It's-
Demon Slayer?
No, it was like Sands.
Oh, yeah.
Fury
It's
of
one
the
I haven't done
Storm.
yet.
Fury of the Storm. That's a Dragon Force song. I forgot the name of it. It's like
Sandstorm something?
yeah, something with sand and storm in the name. But either way, fighting Agrith Nar. And he like not only has ranged attacks, he has melee attacks, and he telekinetic grabs you.
Well, that sounds annoying.
Yeah, so he also hits really hard. He can hit for like a 12, and I only have 32 health. So he was
It's like a third of your health.
yeah, he was demolishing me for
oh,
sure.
no.
So I like thought you could at first. I thought you could like ranged him or something like that. So
Yeah.
I was like trying all that, and I just was losing so much health.
How'd you end up having to do it?
I left once, came back, and realized I couldn't save spot him, and then left again, farmed the rune sim, went back, and then flinched him for like 20 minutes.
Yikes.
And then you have to swap to your dark light in order to actually kill him.
Yeah.
And I did that twice, but if you're not standing right next to him, it doesn't work. And he goes back to 12 health.
No.
So I would flinch him, realize I got the killing blow, and then it resets to 12.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Yeah, it was super, super annoying. But yeah, either way, I was able to do it eventually.
That's good at least.
Yeah. But yeah, so I actually made a ton of progress on this account. So
Yeah.
it's pretty exciting. I'm trying to finish Fairy Tale Part 1 right now on the stream. So if I ever seem distracted, it's probably because of that.
He's not really having to like do anything though. He's just using the quest helper. So he is still paying attention. we should say.
No, I am still paying attention. It's just I'm doing like annoying stuff right now. I have to kill like baby dragons to get their bones and
A
stuff.
baby dragon.
Or yeah, a baby dragon. I gotta go like get an eel, which I've never got before.
Yeah.
And also I forgot the key to the Taverley dungeon, so I now gotta go kill
no.
I have to go kill the
Black Knight.
yeah,
dude.
like the jail guy or whatever, the jail
Mhm.
guy.
The jail guy.
Jail guy. Yeah, but either way, it's just a lot of progress. Also on my main, I've got
you got blood shard.
I got 2 blood shards this
Oh,
week.
you got 2.
Yeah, I got another one while you were streaming the other day.
Oh wow, cool. GC.
Yeah, thanks. So
That's
that's
exciting.
That's what I've been, for anyone that is wondering, that's what I've been using, or Firewatch Sentinels, like AFKing them is what I've been using for bonds for
Yeah.
my GIM account. And also kind of to afford our like weekly bond giveaways.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, you can join our Discord and it's free to enter. There's no requirements.
Yeah, it actually just ended last night. Congrats to Turok for winning.
Yeah,
They actually won
Turok
before.
Oh, did they?
They won like last month.
Nice. That's
We've
pretty
had
good.
like weirdly a couple like repeat winners.
Well, yeah.
Legit has won 3 times, right?
Yeah, he has.
Twice in a row and then once like a month after that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, right?
I started laughing whenever I saw they won again. I was like, no way.
Yeah, he's won so many times. It's funny because it's not like, I mean, it's not a ton of like people entering, but
Well, that's like a 1 out of 300 chance of them winning for the 3rd time, right?
it's
Something like that.
yeah, 1 out of
Am I
20. No,
exaggerating?
it's 20 times 20 times 20, so it's actually way higher.
Oh wow. Okay, they got really lucky.
Yeah, so yeah, it's actually it's pretty crazy that they won so many times.
Yeah, that's hilarious. And like then there's people like Alfresco who never won and have been entering since the beginning.
But yeah, you still have a pretty, even though it sounds like you don't have a good chance, you actually do have a pretty good chance of winning.
Yeah, it's usually only 20 people enter. So
Yeah.
you should have a 1 out of 20 chance. I don't know what's happening with some of these people getting repeats. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's all RNG, so.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, so we've I mean, I've been making a ton of progress, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, and you're gonna be making your videos soon, right?
Yeah, I have been like struggling on whether I think I'm just gonna, because there's so much footage, it's like hundreds of gigabytes of footage at this point. I think I'm just gonna like chop it together and like slap it into like a really quick video.
I thought we weren't sure, or you weren't sure if you were gonna do a long video or a short video.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether I want to do a long or short video, but at this point, I think it's gonna be long no matter what happens.
So maybe multiple shorter videos.
So I might do multiple shorter videos because I don't really want it to be like a really really long video or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I think
that seems like it'd be annoying to edit for you as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're pretty much scrubbing through hours and hours of footage, which I don't really want to be doing.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully since it's gonna be shorter, we could have that out kind of soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think other than that, we've only done like a New World video.
Yeah, we haven't done too many videos recently, especially because there's not a ton going on in New World. There's like negative amounts of stuff going on in New World, so I've just been playing a lot of GIM, which I guess is good because it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, the GIM will lead to more videos. I need to still work on my I did like the lumberjack outfit. I need to still make a video for that. I got like a bunch of the rewards from it, and I was gonna do a video like loot from like the lumberjack outfit grind.
Yeah, because that's also where you can kill nail beasts, which are like really really profitable.
I think I got like a single nail beast the entire time.
Yeah, they're rare. But
and weirdly, it was like the second time I ever went, so I was like, oh, are these common?
No, nail beast nails are super rare and also like hard to farm. And also you need them for the sand fuse serums, which are like the most expensive and rare potions in the game.
Okay, nice. So whenever I get my lumberjack outfit on my GIM account, I'll keep the nails.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I could do anything with them anyway.
Keep the nails.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to make that video. I don't know if I said last week, but I also bought stuff to record on my Switch.
Oh yeah.
So potentially,
I forgot you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, potentially make an Animal Crossing video soon. I just don't really know what to do for Animal Crossing because I feel like it's such a casual game. I don't even know what to do for a video.
Yeah.
But I'll
you can start a new playthrough.
A new playthrough?
No, I think you've spent so much time on this one. I can't imagine you starting it again.
I would not. I have so many neighbors' pictures. There's no way I would lose all these friendships.
Yeah.
But I know, I was like, I could do like a video of like dailies in Animal Crossing, but straight up dailies in Animal Crossing is like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like sometimes I don't even do all my dailies because I just get annoyed and I feel stressed. I'm like, I have stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, you could like cut it together or something into like 2 minutes because I'm
true.
sure there's a lot of time where you're just sitting there fishing or something.
I don't fish as part of my dailies. My dailies is go. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I've done like 15 to 20 laps so far for agility. And I'm only just now on a lap that's going to have a mark of grace today.
Oh, that's
I've not gotten one yet. But yeah, I need to work on videos for that. I bought it mostly so I could try to stream Animal Crossing, but I'm kind of hesitant to stream it because I don't want people to not watch it because it's not the usual RuneScape stuff.
Yeah.
We might get new viewers, but also like I kind of want to keep the same viewers because we're like friends with them now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's kind of like why it's annoying to feel that way. I don't know why I feel that way as well. Like making New World content, it kind of makes me feel like
guilty.
No, it makes me because like I like playing other games, but it's like, oh, if I start playing the shooting game, then maybe people will think that this is like a shooting game channel.
Yes.
And it's kind of like you become a niche even if you don't want to.
Yeah, like
which is like good.
We weirdly become a New World YouTube channel, and I'm like, our name literally rhymes with the RuneScape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny because like it sucks that it works that way, but I think like when people like whenever you see someone doing like I don't know like Call of Duty like videos, you're like, oh, this is a Call of Duty channel.
Yeah.
And it's like that could be it'd be really weird for that to be their only Call of Duty video.
That's
but
like
also,
me with Animal Crossing. I think if I make Animal Crossing videos, I'll have to make a few beforehand and then like publish them back to back, you know? So it's not like all New World, all RuneScape, and then one Animal Crossing video.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it's also not that weird because the channel also has it started my very first
Valheim,
video.
right?
Or yeah, my second video was Valheim.
Yeah.
And so
back when we were Valheim channel.
The channel actually has Valheim, RuneScape, a
New
ton
World.
of Outriders videos.
Oh, Outriders.
Yeah, so it does have shooting videos.
And you made one video for that other game too that had the little mice or whatever. But then you never played it.
Oh yeah, I never played that game.
It looked so fun though.
Yeah,
But it had
exactly.
bad reviews, right?
Yeah, it had really bad reviews, and I didn't want to spend $60 on it. Was the main thing.
Yeah, I would have someday maybe we could like split that or something. Go back to it. Cuz it looks fun. I don't even remember what it's called. What's it called? So we could tell people what this mouse game is.
It's called Biomutant.
Oh, Biomutant, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I wanted to do that one, but I never was able to get around to it just because, like I said, it was too expensive, and
Yeah.
I hadn't made any money on YouTube or anything like that, so it'd be just like coming straight out of my pocket. And I just kind of bought Outriders not that long before that, so I didn't want
And
to spend
Outriders
like
was fun.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, overall, I want to cover more videos, and even though
I know, I want to
think
try more games.
I don't think most people think of it like that, but I think as a channel and content creator, you kind of think about getting typecast in a way
You do.
as like a content
I
creator.
think that's why I'm always like putting pressure on you to make RuneScape videos because I'm like, we're becoming a New World channel only. We need to put more RuneScape videos.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. It's funny. You see this a lot with like other stuff. Like
I
if
doubt anyone ever thinks of it like this, except for maybe Mandy. I think Mandy said something before about like, hey.
I think some people do think about it though, because like if for instance, like I don't know, like Kevin Hart or something, like suddenly started putting out gaming videos, like not like funny ones, but like informative gaming videos, then it'd be kind of like, oh, that's weird. I
Random.
didn't know he was into that.
Wait, it's so funny that you specifically use Kevin Hart because on Netflix I saw a movie that they were like Kevin Hart's first serious movie debut.
Yeah, I think that's why I brought it up.
We don't want to be the Kevin Hart's video games. We don't want to be typecast.
It's like you do get it's so weird because you'd only really think of that in like like acting and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I think channels do get like kind of like, if you want to call it like typecast.
Yeah, we're trying to do a variety page. We need to have more variety.
Yeah, like if it sucks because like people obviously get like hooked to games and want to see more of that game's content, but like once that creator finishes that game, then they're kind of like they fall off of your radar and stuff like that.
Also,
so
like from our perspective too, like New World was doing so well. I don't know if you're supposed to say behind the scenes things, but I don't really care. Like some of the videos were getting like 30,000 plus views on it. And it's great.
Some of them have over 130,000.
Yeah, and it's cool because then we started making some money. Like never enough to like pay our bills or anything, but or maybe a couple bills, but not like rent.
Enough to like me justifying buying more games.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was all like happy because I was like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna be able to make this work. Blah blah blah. It's only gonna go up from here. And then people like it's the opposite of like us gamer. Other people stop playing New World and they stop watching our videos, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't pay any bills. Like, what do I do now? Like, we need to make more videos, and I don't know what to make.
Yeah, I try not to think of it like that because, like, I only ever started making YouTube videos to, like, help other people, essentially, which is why the majority of them are guides and, like, news related, because that's kind of the kind of stuff that I would watch.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely the anxious one of this partnership.
Yeah, which I guess is good because you don't make the videos normally.
Oh, yeah, if I was making the videos, I would be freaking out every day.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that is like a really good point for this is like the biggest tangent we've ever had. But
I mean, is there huge updates that we're gonna have to get to?
I've also been thinking about having longer episodes anyway, so I guess this is fine.
Oh, okay.
Either way, yeah, like New World, for anyone that doesn't know, has lost like not over, but like 90% of its player base since it's come out. Like I think at one point there was nearly 1 million active players.
Wow.
And now there is like nearing 100,000 active players, which is like just insane. Like that's daily active players, which is that's kind of crazy. That's literally 1/10, almost 1/10 of like what it used to be. So
that's so crazy.
Yeah,
so that's where all our views are going.
Big change. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's gonna be less views, but also I'm not putting out less videos because there's less views. I'm putting out less videos because there's like less stuff for me to cover. Like there just hasn't been any stuff that I like need to put out content for. And also there's like, I don't want to cover like literally every single thing that comes out unless it's like actually interesting. Cause like there's
then it will just be like this podcast.
Yeah.
We're just going tangents.
There's like random like stuff that I could be covering that like comes out in the game like every other day. But I don't know. It kind of seems
not worth it for a video.
Yeah. It kind of seems like I like want to provide some value in the videos. And it kind of would just be like regurgitating the same information over and over again, which doesn't sound
like
fun.
This podcast. Every week how we talk about all the stuff that's going to be coming eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're just really kind of waiting for the next big game to come out then for videos. The next big fun game.
Well, there are a few games coming out, so I might be changing it up and adding more stuff. And I mean, if Michelle wants to, we can also maybe even add Animal Crossing stuff to the list.
Yeah, I do want to do Animal Crossing. Just if anyone plays Animal Crossing, please let me know what you'd like to see because my island's not complete, so I can't really do like the island tour video that a lot of people do, and I can't do showing how to build stuff because like my island is just not great right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, show me what you want to see, like how to make bells or something. I have no idea.
You have a lot of bells, right?
Yeah.
I think that's something people struggle with like really early on, but I think like any game, as you become more experienced, it becomes like a lot easier to get bells.
Yeah, I mostly got a lot of help from other websites that related. But also, like, same for RuneScape. Let us know any videos that you want to see because, like, I have my lumberjack thing that I need to work on, but no one requested that. I don't know if anyone's even gonna like it. It was just something that I just happen to be doing, and I'd like to know what other people want to see.
Yeah,
So
that
let
would
us
be
know if
good.
there's anything. If you want any quest guides too, we now have our GIMs, so we can actually make quest guides for old ones too.
Yeah, it's funny. I think a lot of people just either use Quest Helper now or result to going to
Slayer
Slayer
music.
Music, which has amazing guides for anyone that doesn't.
I know. I thought it was so interesting that Mandy asked us for Mage Arena 2 guide. I was like, whoa, not Slayer music?
I know, right?
Made me feel very special.
Yeah, Slayer Music has so many good guides.
I used Slayer music for a lot of quests back in the day. But yeah, let us know what you all think because we want to make what you want to watch.
Well, all right. I guess that was the longest tangent in the entire world, but we can move on
I mean, there was
to
a lot of updates. We're letting
some
you
more
all know
stuff.
what we're all thinking about the YouTube and everything.
Yeah, to
It's
be
like
fair,
fairly important.
yeah, to be fair, there was actually like a lot of stuff happening this week
Yeah.
between like all of our accounts and stuff.
And then Michelle's anxiety
Yeah,
about
Michelle's
money
anxiety.
and videos and being a content creator is hard. I don't know how people have this as like jobs. Trying to make it work as a job is really hard and scary.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty fun. I
Oh,
don't know.
it's so fun, but it sucks because then like I'm also comparing myself to other channels as well, and I'm like I need to not do that.
Yeah, it's like really hard to not compare yourself to other channels,
It's
but
so hard not to compare yourself, but it's okay.
yeah. But either way, we can move into some actual stuff, being the blog that we had this week. So the blog was from November 26th, so not too long ago, and it's about the group Ironman and some post-launch improvements. So there's actually some really interesting stuff here that I think is going to be worth covering,
They
especially.
put this out so randomly the day after we put our
Yeah.
last episode out.
Yeah, they randomly put out these blogs, which I guess is good because it gives us some more stuff to talk about. But the
Yeah.
days that they come out with them is definitely weird.
It's not consistent.
Yeah. But either way, so they begin by saying that they've loved watching everyone get stuck into Group Ironman and enjoying the many ways you've all been working together. We've also been listening to your feedback and have a number of proposed changes, some of which will also apply to non-Group Iron accounts.
Oh, interesting.
So all the stuff in this blog are going to be for group storage expansion, emergency teleport shards, entry into other player-owned houses, as well as teleporting to the homes of other group members. So actually some, like I said, but depending on what
That's
they
significant.
end up doing could be pretty significant changes. So overall, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, especially now that there's 3 of us, like extra worried about whenever we do the house. I'm like, how are we gonna all have access to it?
Yeah. All right, so for the first thing they talk about is going to be group storage and the expansion. So group storage is a highly popular feature for both regular and hardcore group Iron players. The feedback we've received the most is that you all want more of it. For anyone that doesn't know,
Yeah,
the
it's weird.
group storage is only 80 slots, which sounds like a lot, but
no,
I
it doesn't
mean,
even sound like a lot to me.
No, yeah,
It's nothing.
I guess the number 80 is like kind of big. I don't know, like
It's not even 100.
true. I don't know.
Especially if you have a group of like what 5 people is the biggest.
But at first, whenever we first started our accounts, we're like, "Oh, 100 is like a lot," and now it doesn't seem
until
like a
the
lot.
first day we played when you told me take out your stuff. I don't want to take up any more storage space.
Yeah, now I think we're almost like we're over halfway. We're like 40 or 50 out of 80,
Yeah, we're trying to be careful with
and
it.
we're like barely in the game at all. Like
oh
I said,
yeah, like Alfresco hasn't even bonded.
yeah, exactly. So there's still definitely a lot of stuff, but
It's really weird that it started out so low.
yeah,
Also, I just realized I could go to Canifis now for agility.
yeah,
Oh, I could have done that 2 levels ago and I didn't realize.
yeah.
Could
Cannabis
have been
is way
getting marks
better.
way faster.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm
Cannabis is way
I'm
better.
headed to Canifis.
Okay.
So what did they say about the storage?
All right, so they go on to say that they actually want to offer increased storage space. This is something that they've talked about a few times in the
Woo!
past. So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty exciting. They say that they want to reward it for completing tasks that are specifically tailored to groups.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, ensuring that your path feels different to when playing a non-iron character, which it definitely already does. And we would therefore like to offer a group task list consisting of things such as hitting certain individual and group levels, completing combat achievement tiers, achievement diary tiers, as well as obtaining quest points, and lastly, various combat achievements.
I wonder how it'll work, like how they'll make it different though.
I think, well, yeah, I don't know.
Like, do you do 3 of these specific things from the combat achievements and you get rewards?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's a cool concept, but saying that it will
Be
like
different?
feel different from a non-iron character kind of seems like not true.
This kind of seems like it'd be impossible. I mean, I thought they meant like adding new things, you know?
Because all of these things that they listed are stuff that I've done on my main.
Exactly. Like they'd have to add like a combat achievement task that's like new, just for group, you know? Like do
Yeah.
this with your group.
Or maybe they're like referring to people that are like more casual
Yeah.
and don't do a lot of stuff like that. Because as
I
an
guess to be fair, most people don't. We're not casual players.
Because they have an example. It says that you'll probably accomplish a lot of this through normal group Ironman play, but with the new system in place, oh, I died on my main. But with a new system in place,
I think we should just keep that in.
Yeah.
That's funny.
but it says, but with the new system in place, doing so will feel a lot more meaningful. Remember that time your group yelled at you for staying at Winter Tot to get 99, even though you had the supply crates, all the supply crates you wanted? Well, that 99 may now unlock some additional storage slots, so it was definitely worth it.
Wait, that 99 unlocks some storage. I'm going to Winter Times.
Yeah, but the
Me, you,
thing
and
is,
Alfresco are all going.
the thing is, it's group, right? So
yeah.
only one person would need to get 99.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of maybe what they're thinking by making it different, because then obviously other people wouldn't need to get the 99 unless you wanted to.
Yeah.
So I guess it maybe makes sense in that way, but
But they didn't even get any more descriptive than this, right? That's like all they really say.
no, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ugh. I feel like that didn't give me any answers I need.
Yeah, so I don't know. Either way, like they said, I mean, I think it's a cool system either way, but
Yeah.
mostly just because like I like the idea of like getting stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
where it's not just like buying it how they did for the regular storage.
Yeah.
I like this system much better.
Yeah, it's not a gold sink, it's something that you earn.
Yeah, especially because for Iron Man you don't need a gold sink.
Yeah, right.
So
we just need gold in general.
yeah. So overall, I think it's a good idea, and I'm glad they're putting it in the game. But yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting if we knew like what some more of them were.
Yeah, I can't really imagine anything.
Honestly, I wish it was bigger because it does say that if you do achieve these goals and your group storage, it could expand all the way from 80 up to 200.
Up to 200.
Yeah, so
I feel like you should just have a normal bank space of 6 or 800.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that's controversial because everyone's just going to be taking their stuff and putting it in their bank anyway. Might as well just make the shared one bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see arguments for both ways because like you don't want it to be so big that it's just like another bank and then you just have a lot of like dumb stuff in it.
Yeah, but even if people can make that choice themselves, you know, give us
Yeah.
the option.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't really care either way. It's
I
just
do
because
think it's funny that they're like, all this and you could get 200. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
it is funny. I just thought like I don't really mind because the way it is now, like whenever, even though it's only 80, just whenever someone asks for something, I just go and put it in the bank, and it's
Mhm.
like not a big deal.
Well, sometimes I will tell Robert, like, oh, go check the bank because I left something for a quest. And he'll be like, take it out. We don't need to waste space. And I'm like,
Yeah,
why is there only 80?
yeah, true. Because then you could just leave more stuff in there. But usually, I even forget to like use the shared storage pretty often. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of questing stuff that he forgot. So thank God Alfresco joined our group. And
Yeah.
can use all this stuff that I left.
yeah, there is a lot of stuff that you can use, like that I forgot to use, like you said.
Yeah.
So I guess it's pretty good. It would be nice if you could just throw a bunch of stuff in there and then eventually whenever you need it, come and get it. But I guess that's like what regular storage is for.
But
It's-
that's what I want because it's such like a pain to go and have to grab stuff, take it out, put it in your bank over and over.
yeah.
Seems kind of annoying.
No, I can see it being annoying. I can see, like I said, I can see both sides.
It's not the most annoying thing in the world, but could be better.
Yeah, it definitely just seems like they don't want that to be the case.
I wonder if it's a programming thing, because I don't understand why it would affect the gameplay, you know?
No, I honestly think it's a decision where they just don't want that to be the case, where
Mm-hmm.
you are like able to just like throw a ton of stuff into it. I think they want it to be like very purposeful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's very interesting. That's all I could say mostly. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see either way. Moving on to the emergency teleport shards. So it says that life in Gilnor is scary, but luckily you can always respawn if something goes horribly wrong. Of course, one particular group has it worse than the rest, and we're looking at you hardcore. So this is pretty much just for them.
Okay.
So it says the following encounters have always been considered safe for regular hardcores, but are actual dangerous deaths for group hardcores. So this is going to be Chambers of Zarek, Inferno, Zarket Rax, Pest Control, and Barbarian Assault. Of course, everyone knew this.
Barbarian Assault? Ugh,
Yeah, there's not a single place that's safe.
I still dislike this. But I'm not hardcore. It's none of my business.
Yeah, okay. Same. One solution to this already exists in the Theater of Blood, namely Verzik's Crystal Shards. Currently, they can be bought for 75,000 gold and allow you to instantly teleport outside of the theater. They also let other players use their shard on you to teleport you out in case, if you like...
You're about to die. You're out of food.
Or you get DC'd is more likely,
Mhm.
because then obviously you can't teleport out. And it says there will be a setting to toggle whether or not other players are allowed to do this. And they'd like to expand this crystal shard system so that it can be used in other places, specifically those places named above. This means that extremely dangerous places such as the Inferno would have a one-click instant teleport to safety. Additionally, the crystal will likely be renamed and purchasable for a more accessible location.
I like imagining for Barbarian Assault because, sometimes the healers suck. They're like, heal. They don't come and they're like, fine, I'll just teleport out and we'll start this round over.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, seems pretty cool. Like a good idea. I think a lot of people were asking for this. Not a lot, but a decent amount of people were asking for it. So
Yeah.
it's good to see them finally get that. But
How many hardcore lost their status while waiting?
Yeah, exactly right. Probably a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so they are looking to add this into the game. So to those of you who have already conquered these dangers without this safety net, we salute you. No one will ever be able to take the accomplishment away from you. Yeah, okay. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I have seen Iron Man use it quite often, or not quite often, but a decent amount of times in theater. So I guess it is definitely good that they're adding it to other stuff.
Yeah,
especially
for
like
sure.
Chambers, which also does have some pretty hard hitting mechanics. So that is
Whenever
nice.
I did Chambers this single time for my diary with help, and I was still getting like carried, and people were telling me on Discord live what to do, and I still died like several times.
Yeah, it's definitely some stuff you got to know. Definitely a lot of mechanics.
Oh yes.
But moving on to the player-owned housing editions. So it says entering another player's house remotely. So of course, anyone that doesn't know, you can always enter other players' houses, and it's a pretty common strategy to have like one builder in your group because it costs so much.
Should probably be you.
Yeah, probably, I guess. But most people, but the only problem with this is that you obviously can't enter my house, for example, if I'm not online.
Yep.
And if I'm not in the house. So it's kind of
sense in group.
It's kind of pointless,
Yeah.
not pointless, but because
it's not ideal.
If you really need the house for something, then yeah, you both could teleport to the house and it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I'm not there, if I'm like fighting a boss, if I'm like really far away, then it could be really annoying.
Oh my gosh,
or
yeah.
obviously just straight impossible. So they are trying to improve that. It says currently you can only enter other players' houses if the owner is home. While that's usually how it works in real life as well, we'd like to offer you the ability to visit a friend's house when they're out and about.
It's kind of, if it was real life, be like, you guys are roommates.
If it was real life, there wouldn't be dragons. But
you're ruining my fun here.
Consider it the same as having a spare key to your friend's house. This can only be done if the owner is online and in the same world as you. This is entirely down to tech restrictions, it says.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
I think that honestly would be a huge improvement. Just like right off the bat.
100% yes.
Yeah. And it says our hopes is that this makes accessing other players' homes a bit smoother. Of course, as a house owner, you're completely free to lock your house so that no one can enter without your permission.
Dang, if you're in a group, what are you doing locking your house?
I know, like they can't even move your furniture or anything. It's just be like just to mess with people.
I know, right? Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah. It says that we know a lot of group iron players would love a shared house that can be built together. Unfortunately, the tech requirements for this are huge, and we can't
Mhm.
really justify the resources when we have so many other projects that we want to deliver.
They
Many,
just don't have the money for it.
yeah, apparently they just need to hire another team. But they do say that many of you have said that you'd like to see construction level for just one of your teams. So this change will at least make it more viable for your team to have one dedicated builder.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, definitely way better. I hope this option definitely goes through.
Oh my gosh, I think it will.
Yeah. It says that by allowing group iron players to visit members' houses while they're not at home, we'll be able to offer this functionality for non-group iron players. Should you be allowed to visit your friend's house if they're not at home? Let us know what you think. So yeah, they're talking about extending this to non-group iron, which I think is not a good idea.
Well, I was thinking it's not an idea, but then it's the same thing as the party worlds, but less laggy.
It is the same thing as the party worlds, but you can't use other people's houses at all as an iron. So
My laptop died.
dang, rest in peace.
What do you mean though?
Yeah, so because like I don't know, I think the reason it takes away from I don't think that's a good decision for iron is because at that point, why don't you just play group iron? Because group iron is an easier way to play
Oh.
iron.
I wasn't even thinking of iron. I was thinking of people who are regular accounts.
No,
Never mind.
yeah,
No,
no,
that
regular
makes
counts
sense
is
then.
fine. But yeah, they're talking about adding this to or to regular irons to
Yeah.
give them some group iron functionality, and I think that's not a good idea
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
because that kind of defeats the purpose of group iron, like or of group and regular iron at
Yeah.
the same time. It's like why don't you just make group to begin with, or
I agree, but if it comes to a poll, I think I'll skip it. Just let people who are iron vote.
yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just say no, just because I don't think that really is in
Doesn't
line.
make sense.
It's mostly just because I don't have anything against it. It just doesn't seem like it's in line with
The iron lifestyle.
yeah, with the mentality behind iron.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, because like group iron is supposed to be easier, and this is definitely easier. So overall, I think that will be a pretty good idea. But moving
Mhm.
on to the last part in this blog, they're talking about teleporting to group members' houses. So it says, as group iron players, you may have read the above and wondered, what good is my friend's house if I can't get there easily? Well, we have the answer. Because there's many different locations where your house can be, it's unlikely that group members' houses are conveniently grouped together.
Yeah.
We would like to offer a way for both regular and hardcore group iron players to redirect their house teleport to a group member's house.
Nice. I was gonna say like maybe right click and be like group house instead of outside house.
Okay, it says the teleport will likely be accessible via a right click on the teleport to house spell, as the regular spellbook doesn't have any space for more spells.
How funny is that? I didn't even look at the screen.
Yeah.
I'm just a mind freak.
It says, as always, we would like to hear what you think about these proposals, proposed additions to the game. Once your feedback has been addressed, we will like to poll them.
Yep.
So,
I like it.
Yeah, seems like a great change. Overall, I am a fan of pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
Except for obviously
That one part,
that one little part.
yeah. Non-group doing it.
Overall, I think this is going to be a really good change. Although I think that is going to be a really powerful teleport because you can have your teleport in like, I don't know, whatever, Brimhaven or
I was gonna say we'd all three-part teleport somewhere else,
exactly.
but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, but
because people purposely choose where they are to utilize the best location.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you can have like your house in Brimhaven and then your teammate's house in Relica, and that would give you like two really good teleports that you might not have, especially early on.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I don't think that that's like too good to do.
No, I just think it's really cool. So.
Yeah, we're hyping it up.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the blog. I think this is a really good.
Dang, I'm glad we had such a long segue earlier.
No, we still have the update, of course, but
oh, I didn't know there's any updates.
No, yeah, there's a little bit of an update, but yeah, I think that's it for the blog. Overall, yeah, really good changes. I hope they definitely push that through.
I hope that they do it like immediately.
Yeah, but they still have to. For anyone that's like worried about it, they still have to poll it. So definitely not going to be happening this week or anytime soon. So
yeah,
you still have some
7
time.
months.
Yeah, maybe 8 months. But so moving on to the patch notes. So we actually have a patch this week. Kind of a decent patch considering I didn't think we'd get anything else interesting this year. But it says that, hello, adventurers. This week we're releasing the PJ Timer beta. We've also got updates on the Android mobile beta, the Hallowed Sepulchre High Scores group chat, and the economy.
Phew.
Phew. They literally say that.
I love
So
how you say phew.
Phew. Yeah, so it says that a quick note before we start on this one, we refer to in-game ticks as cycles.
Okay.
So each cycle is equal to 0.6 seconds, also known as a tick.
I wish it was just 1 second so it'd be easier for me to keep track.
Yeah, I know, right? But they do say that. So on the subject of timing, this is the PJ timer stuff that we just mentioned. This is what they're going to start out by talking with. They say that we're testing out some changes to the PJ timer. For those unfamiliar, this mechanic is a grace period of 16 cycles, aka 9.6 seconds, that begins when a player attacks someone and prevents them from being hit by a player opponent or aggressive monster until this timer runs out.
Oh, so if you're able to kill something within this amount of time, it won't attack you at all?
Yeah, so...
Wow, so your flinching monster would have been really fast in this practice world.
No, this is specifically in PvP instances.
Never mind.
Yeah. So, yeah. It says with this beta, the PJ timer will be active in all single way as well as single plus areas of the wilderness. So if player A has just finished PvP combat with player B, player C won't be able to attack them for 16 cycles.
Okay.
So this is a pretty big change. And this is something they've been talking about for a while. Overall, I think this would be obviously take everything I say about PvP with a grain of salt because I don't
neither was
really
PvP.
do it. But overall, I think it does seem like a really good change because I think it's a fairly common strategy to just have a ton of your homies or people in your clan, whatever you want to call it, like fighting one person. Obviously, if it's in singles or single plus, then you can't all be fighting them, but you'll just fight them. And then your homie will fight them when you die, and then their homie will fight them when you die. And eventually you'll win, even if you have like way less gear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is definitely to combat that because that's just not a cool playstyle, or it doesn't seem like it. Obviously, like I said, I don't know.
We don't really know.
Yeah.
We just hear complaints from other people.
But it doesn't seem like it'll be the most engaging or fun way to fight and lose is to just a bunch of lower geared players, just because there's so many of them. So this is to combat that. So you can either try to run away, or if they haven't teleblocked you, then you can teleport out after a few seconds. And this also allows it so that you don't have to have someone box you whenever you are PvPing.
Do you want to explain what boxing is in case they don't know?
Yeah, so boxing is like whenever you kill someone in the wilderness, pretty often you'll have like a friend boxing you, which essentially is just them punching you so that other people can't fight you in single way combat.
But you're not actually getting injured.
But you're not actually taking damage. They're just hitting you for a bunch of zeros. So that's why it's called boxing, because usually you just
just look like you're boxing.
You just use your fist.
I would just want to kick.
Yeah, and so that's a pretty common strategy. But with this, you obviously still could.
You'd have to click on the right second. Like the other person actually trying to attack you could be able to start attacking you before your friend.
Yeah, they definitely could. But I think you could, because like now you'll have 10 seconds to loot, where previously you wouldn't have any time to loot, which is why people would box. So now you have time to loot, which I guess makes it so that you don't necessarily absolutely need someone to box you, which is definitely an improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it definitely solves quite a few problems, or at least it seems like it would.
I didn't know what this was for, and I actually went to one of these worlds last night because someone on the stream was telling me to. Shout out to Reload. But they kept telling me to go and gear up because they really wanted me to summon skeletons with the Arceus spellbook.
Oh, really?
And it was taking me so long because I kept forgetting stuff, and then it was I was struggling. But like your account's like maxed and you have access to almost all of the gear in the game.
Yeah.
Not the untradables though, weirdly. The untradables you had to go and like reclaim. But
oh, really? That's funny.
Because I had to go and get a Book of the Dead. I had to go to Corinne to get it. And I was struggling to be like, how do I get to Corinne? This house is weird. I don't know what this is. But I literally just went and summoned a bunch of thralls and then logged out and went back to rat catchers.
Yeah.
It's cool though. You're wearing a lot of very valuable gear. And you could just drop it and there's just drops for millions. And no one cares because everyone could just go get it if they want.
Yeah, exactly. So if anyone's wondering what she's talking about, the beta worlds are going to be 401, 408, 409, and 412 for all of the different regions. and you can go to any of them. And like she said, choosing any of these worlds will load a separate profile than the one of your main. Once you log in, you'll find yourself in Ferox Enclave with max skills and suitable PvP gear. If you want to try out some other equipment or stats before jumping in, head to the rooms next to Castle Wars and Free-for-All portals and have a rummage in the supply chest on the tables. Please do experiment with lots of different gear and stat combinations.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can go there and, I mean, even if you don't want to PvP, I guess, there's still, I mean, you can still
do anything.
just, do whatever you want.
Just go fight with some hardcore gear if you want to get some practice.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good way. This, along with LMS, are two really good ways to, just get used to PvPing if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah.
Because there's zero risk in both ways.
For sure.
But this one...
I didn't even try anything. All I did was the thralls.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They also do say, though, that another change is that NPCs will now respect the PJ timer. So if player A is engaging in PvP combat with player B, NPCs won't be able to get into the action until the PJ timer runs out as well.
Wow.
So if you're fighting next to a dragon or something, then they will mind their business until the PJ
dragon waits
up.
9.6 seconds.
Yeah, it just stares at you quietly.
It's like, I'm waiting.
It also says that some activities will be prevented during combat, including the PJ timer. So that's setting new Chinchompa or Salamander traps. You can still pick them up. Fishing, dark crabs, and mining. So I guess that's for people that want to try and abuse PJ timers to mine for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think overall that seems like a really good change, and I hope it is. Let us know what you think if you are a PvPer down in the comments below.
It sounds good to me, but of course I don't really know.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an improvement because those are a couple things I just never really wanted to deal with, being like boxing and just getting like not killed in multi. Obviously that would suck, but yeah.
I feel like I didn't even know what boxing was until a few weeks ago, so that was probably months ago. Time's not real.
Yeah, exactly. And moving on to the Android beta. So this is something we've been talking about for a couple weeks in a row now because it's
something we are not personally trying.
Yeah, something I'm not personally interested in just because I don't use mobile. But if you do, this is going to be a big change for you. So they already sent out the first wave of invites to the beta. But like we said last week, there might be another one. And lo and behold, there is.
Woo!
So it says that they want to extend a big thanks to everyone taking part in the Android beta. Signups have now closed, but due to the fantastic feedback from all those involved, we're pleased to say that we're sending a second round of invites out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it says until December 8th, successful applicants can try a range of awesome features like buff bars, fishing spot indicators, increased draw distance, and more.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it says that only those with approved access to the beta client can participate, even if your app says you're in the beta. If you have not received an inbox message from us, then unfortunately you do not have access. We will only message players via their inbox in-game, so don't get, scammed or tricked by, emails or anything like that.
Yes.
But yeah, so anyone wondering, make sure to check your in-game and see if you were able to get an invite for the Android beta.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Also, a weird thing coming up is they mention the Hallowed Sepulchre records. So after investigating, they decided to reset all of the timers for the Hallowed Sepulchre, both world and personal bests. This is because they become aware of certain players acquiring impossible PBs. So as low as 0.6 seconds, so one tick.
That was me.
Yeah, like as soon as...
I'm really fast.
Literally, as soon as they get in, one tick later they finish it. It's like...
You know what it reminds me of? And this is gonna sound like such a you thing. Remember that episode of SpongeBob where he's going really fast? Yeah, he's like, you want to see me run to that rock? Doesn't move. You want to see me do it again?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
I reference that frequently. I'm like, you want me to do blah blah blah? You want me to do it again? And I'm like,
funny.
I have to explain to everyone. I'm like, it's like that episode of
SpongeBob. It's a SpongeBob.
Remember when he was running really fast?
Remember when he has superpowers? It says that, however, the problem was not resolved. This is back, they reset all the timers and thought they fixed it, but the problem was not resolved, so they went back to the drawing board. Unfortunately, our second fix accidentally disabled fletching in the Sepulchre, which wasn't optimal.
Disable fleshing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just disabled everything you could do, and that was something they didn't think about. But it also says, to make matters worse, only marginally less suspicious records were popping up all the time. Although these new records weren't obviously caused by bug abuse, the timing so soon after the reset and the substantial gap between these times and the former bests made us question their legitimacy. As such, the integrity of these times will always be in question.
Whoa.
So it says that next week we'll be doing a full reset for the Hallowed Sepulchre records. Since we can't be 100% sure that the suspicious times were set by bug abuse, we can't take action against individual accounts. And after speaking with the speedrunning community, it was generally agreed that a full reset was the right way to preserve the integrity of their achievements.
Wow.
So they do apologize for everyone that actually got legitimate times.
That sucks.
But I mean, you weren't first because of these probably
Liars.
bugged cheaters, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way, just some information for anyone that does the Sepulchre for time. You are going to be being reset soon. Unfortunate, but I guess this is probably better to rip the band-aid off early than just let it go on as it is.
Let's sit for years and like, we're resetting.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to the group chat changes. So like we talked about last week, group chat is kind of hard to understand sometimes.
They're making it harder.
No, they're making it a little bit easier. So it was kind of annoying pressing /I all the time in order to chat to your group for Group Ironman.
Mm-hmm. Because just the other day, I tried to type without doing /I because I had the group thing open. And what did I do? I replied in public chat.
Yeah. So they want to avoid that. So that's why they said they've been changing the prefix for Group Ironman and guest clan chat as sentences that began with I were erroneously being diverted into the Group Ironman chat. And the new commands are as follows. It's going to be /@G or /G will be for a group chat. And then /@GC or /GC will be for the guest chat.
Okay.
So just a little bit of a change there. Not honestly.
So instead of I, do G.
Yeah, exactly. So not too big of a change. It just says you can also, they made a few more changes. You can now clear the history of the group chat.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you can also set the broadcast to none or the chat tab to off. Broadcast will no longer be visible. So if you're getting spammed by your group or whatever, you can just turn off the group chat and it won't be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple changes there. Honestly, not big changes, but
nothing crazy.
Yeah, it does make it a little bit better and clearer. And considering we were complaining about it last week, this is a welcome change.
Yes.
So the economy update. So this is actually kind of a decently big update, I guess, but like not huge. So for everyone that doesn't know, they already proposed a 2% tax rate for every item that ever goes into the GE above a certain amount. I forgot
about the tax.
I know, right? That's actually going to be coming soon, I think. Either way, I think this passed. The tax was one of the things that passed. I'm pretty sure because everything passed. But
I don't think we voted on it.
We didn't vote on it yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is something we still need to vote on. But either way.
I think.
Or
I just zoned out when I voted.
Yeah, I actually forgot to vote, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But it says on November 4th, we pitched some changes intended to keep the game's economy healthy. We've already implemented the bank space expansion and the literal gold sink. And today we'd like to update you on our plans for the small tax on the Grand Exchange transactions.
Cool.
It says if you missed it, the basic idea is that they'll be charging a small fee for each transaction and they'll be reducing the amount of gold circulating in the game. So this is another gold sink because as anyone knows that's been playing the game for more than a few months, especially a few years, the value of gold has gone down significantly over time. And This is just something that happens in most games if there's no sink, and so they're trying to add one.
Cool.
So essentially it says with the tax update, when an item's owner puts up a sell offer, the game itself might buy and delete the item, paying the seller with some of the gold taken in taxes.
So weird.
So it's not just one, but two deletion systems in one. So it says that originally we pitched a flat tax rate of 2%. While that's considerably lower than the rate of other games that use auction houses, we've seen feedback raising concerns about the impact it would have on player behavior. And it says, while we don't mind players doing more direct player-to-player trading to avoid the tax, some feel that old schools lost its precious community engagement when the Grand Exchange entered the game. We'd still prefer not to push players back to the dark days of spamming buying raw lobsters 200 each.
But you forgot to include the wave 2, so you could see the waves in the font.
Yeah, wave 2, buying raw lobs 200 each outside every bank in Gilnor. So they want to avoid that old chat spam from the good old days, and so therefore they agreed to lower the initial tax rate to 1%. and to cap the tax on any given item at 5 million coins.
Okay.
So they have a few examples of how exactly that would work, and some of them get pretty what's it called? Are pretty involved. So we'll just go to a more complex case immediately.
Sure.
So because I don't want to read all of these. If you
Yeah,
want, you can
no.
actually go to the patch notes and look at it. But I'll read you the one that's for expensive items. So it says that for, let's say, the Twisted Bow, let's say it sells for 870 million gold, then you'd be taxed normally at 8,700,000 gold, but with the cap at 5 million, it would just be 5 million. So pretty simple there for expensive items.
Okay, that's good.
But for items that are less than, I think 100 gold each, it actually doesn't tax them. So that's what this is for.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's pretty, for anyone that doesn't know, it's pretty common that if you're selling like a stack of 1,000, they're going to be bought at different prices depending on who's buying them and for how much.
Yeah.
So that's why this is one of the more complex cases. And so for this one, let's say this guy is selling 1,000 tin ore at 99 GP each. If 500 of them are bought by a player offering the same amount, then the 1% fee of 99 would be rounded down to 0.
So as long as it's bought for under 100.
Yeah, so it, no matter what it is, it rounds down the number.
Okay.
So this one, even though it's 99, it's not 1, so it still rounds down.
Okay.
So that's what they're mentioning here for the first 500 that this person sells. But it's saying that, for example, if the next 500 are bought by a player offering 101 GP each, then the 1% fee would be 1 GP or 1.01 GP.
Okay. So it's just basically showing you a complicated way of saying, yes, we mean it when we say 100 or under is not taxed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's saying that even in large stack items like this, it would still be taxed. So for example, the first 500 would be sold for 49,500. And the second 500 would be sold for 50,000, so just 500 more.
Yeah.
And the tax would be the 500 GP. So
Yeah.
it's pretty simple, honestly. Like I said, there's a lot of numbers, and I know it's hard to convey.
The easiest way to remember is just if it's under 100, you're not going to get taxed. If it's over, it's 1%.
Yeah, exactly. So
even if it's a stack, it depends how much each individual one sells for.
Yeah, so if you're selling stuff like runes, then there's not going to be taxes usually. So yeah, pretty easy, but like I know it is kind of hard to understand number problems over voice.
Yeah, if you're actually looking at it,
if you are
much
super
easier.
interested in it, then I would go check out the actual patch notes, which we'll have in the description on YouTube.
Yes.
It says that also the Grand Exchange menus will tell you up front how much money you can expect when you set up your sell offer, so you don't have to do all the maths yourself.
Good.
It says if you're a buyer, or if your buyer is generous enough to pay more than what you've asked, you'll receive more money, but perhaps pay slightly more in fees. Overall, though, you'll be getting at least as much as the menu told you to expect.
Great.
Yeah, so if you expect to sell something for $1 million, you will never get 900,000. It'll always be $1 million or more.
Okay, awesome.
And they also said that they agreed to exclude some items from taxes altogether.
Ooh.
Most of these items are tools, mostly for new players, since we prefer not to inhibit trade on these essential items. This also includes bonds, because bonds are already taxed whenever you make them tradable.
Oh, yeah, they are. It's kind of funny.
So it says the Grand Exchange menu will also clarify which items do and don't have fees.
That's good.
Yeah, so overall, I think this is a pretty decent change. And I would have been fine with 2%, but 1% is also fine with me.
Even better.
Yeah. And so they say, now let's go back to that point about the game buying high-value items from players using your taxes. Which items are eligible to be sunk? So it says that we've seen some great player suggestions, including rewards from the Theater of Blood. I think this is something we mentioned, because
it is, yeah.
They're pretty much listing every single item in Chambers of Xeric and none from Theater of Blood, which is kind of crazy considering the scythe is like half the price it used to be. But also including skilling and even treasure trail rewards. So while we agree that those would all benefit from a reduced supply, we want to start small. A shorter list will let us monitor the amount of money actually being sunk and any player behavior changes that arise from the tax before committing to a more extensive
And
expensive list of items to buy out from the game. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They want to test it and make sure that the system actually works and not just as a theory.
We all just thought that they, by accident, forgot to put theater blood items on it.
Yeah, literally.
We're like, this is a typo.
Yeah. But it does say that aside from feedback on the update itself, we've seen players raising concerns that they might be tricked by scammers switching rapidly while setting up a direct player-to-player trade. So, of course, they're saying that there is like a chance that because there's going to be more player-to-player trading, that during this they could be tricked, and so they don't want that to happen. So there's actually going to be putting in a extra little barrier to entry as far as trading goes, which I think is nice. So it says, to address this, we're offering a change to the trade menus, preventing the accept button from being pushed for a few seconds after the other player changes the items, giving you a better chance of spotting the change.
That's nice.
Yeah, so honestly, this should have been in the game for a really long time.
Forever.
But I guess it's nice that it's there finally. So it says you can opt out of this delay, though, if you really need to trade faster, which players rely on in some PVM situations, for example.
Or if you're confident taking the risk.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to read it in my dramatic voice.
Yeah. It says that this project is making its way through development now, and we hope to launch on December 8th. So that's actually
soon.
very, very soon.
Oh my gosh, we might have a real update next week, everyone.
We actually might have a real update next week.
Just this one thing.
Yeah. I mean,
the trade delay.
It's going to be a slow process, but I think mending the like shattered catastrophe that is this economy is going to take some time anyway. So this is kind of like a nice step forward. But yeah, that's it. I think the changes to the trade button I think is going to be really, really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But moving on to some other changes, just kidding, because none of them are actually really useful.
The X amount in the seed vault will now be remembered. Hey, we've
there
all
you
been
go.
waiting.
There you go, dude. So besides that, I've seen a lot of memes that were saying we've lowered the high scores Tizcall Zuck kill count requirement from 2 to 1. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Big baller things.
Yeah, massive changes. Yeah, so that's a little bit. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Not too many changes going on this week, but it is nice to see that there was some stuff, and that was a pretty decent proposal for PvP. And overall, I think I'm still okay with what they're doing with the economy. So overall, I'm a fan.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see it all once it's actually implemented.
Yeah, so that's pretty nice.
I think even if I don't like any ideas right now, I will get used to them in like a day.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's any of this.
None of them are serious enough to be like, oh my god, this would be awful.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like especially insane or anything like that. But I think that's going to be about it for this week. But we do have a Q&A.
Yes. So the first question is actually from Matt on Instagram. Shout out Matt. He wasn't able to ask a question last week. I actually was like, whoa, weird.
I know,
but he said he had a busy week.
They ask like every week, but
I know. I was like, what?
Yeah, they weren't able to get one in this week though, which is nice.
Yeah. So Matt asked, if a real movie were to be remade in RuneScape, which movie would you choose? And he said he'd go with The Purge, in essence, a scripted PvP world. And he said, imagine a PvP world where even banks aren't safe. And I was like, no, I will not.
I think that's a good idea. Also,
that is a good idea.
At first, the question was kind of confusing to Michelle because I think
the way I'm thinking of it, or how I'm choosing to think of it, it doesn't really relate to Matt's, but how I'm able to answer the question is I'm thinking of it as like if a quest were to be introduced into the game based on a movie, and it would kind of like affect the gameplay there on out.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can make sense of
it. Yeah. I just imagine it as like this, as like if you were to like make Rambo, but all of the characters are RuneScape characters. That's how I imagine it. So that's why.
So we're having a lot of different interpretations on this question.
Yeah, I think mine's right though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Do you want to answer first? You want me?
Yeah, sure. So my answer was just something I thought off the top of my head. It's not like my favorite.
Really good.
It's not my favorite movie or anything. I did think it was a good movie. I watched it like 4 times, I think. But my movie was going to be Olympus Has Fallen,
Which I've never seen.
which Michelle has never seen. Just so you know, it's a Gerard Butler movie, and he essentially protects the president. And I thought it would be like a hilarious storyline to have as like a dramatized version in RuneScape, where you're like protecting like Duke Horatio from assassins or something, and you have to like hide him away in a cave and like fight a bunch of enemies or something like
100% that
that.
sounds like a quest that they would have.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like maybe a different kingdom has like taken them hostage and you have to like go and fight a bunch of enemies in a castle to take them back, or something like that.
Could work in Corinne, because didn't the last Corinne one like end with like the new king dying or something?
Yeah,
The
something
next
like
one
that.
you have to protect.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really simple, but I don't know. I thought that movie was pretty funny, and like action movies are really, kind of timeless in a it. So I think that'd be a pretty easy quest.
They kind of did that in a way when they added the Misslin mystery. They literally remade Scream.
Yeah, exactly. So it would be just like that, but like also like that, where it's just like so like over the top that it'd be like, oh, this quest is like
This is
funny.
ridiculous.
It's
but
like funny
yeah.
because it's so like just out of nowhere.
Okay, my answer I feel like is lame, but it's very on brand for me. I would choose Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. So it's just the game.
Yeah, exactly, because I was like very into cottagecore, like
Okay.
Shire. But also, I think it would be so cool to have to go and like, I mean, make it different. To be like, oh, go collect like the rings in all these places and stuff, and have like, what is it, Sauron's Eye or whatever?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
Sauron.
Sauron's Eye. I haven't seen or read Lord of the Rings in a really long time.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be kind of cool.
I mean, you picked good movies, I guess.
I did, and I picked like it's a trilogy, right? Trilogy.
Yeah.
A trilogy.
A trilogy.
Yeah, I
so
have
there could
not
be multiple
seen
quests.
Lord of the Rings in a really long time. I read it like 10 years ago, so
Yeah.
it's been a second. But I do think it'd be really cool because it could be expansive. Like that could be all across the entire map.
No, yeah, for sure. I think that
Yeah.
would be good. That would be like a Grandmaster quest. Really.
Oh, 100% it would.
It'd be like 5 hours long.
It'd be multiple quests.
Oh, I just got 800 total level on my GIM.
GZ.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't know your answer because you were taking so long to think about it.
I thought about it
I'm
earlier.
definitely surprised that you'd pick that movie because
I cannot think of any movies
I
I've
was
ever
like,
watched in my life.
You're not like a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings like a normal amount.
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings a lot.
Do you like it? I didn't even know you liked it.
I think it's probably one of the best like movies ever made.
Well, I feel like if I read the books now, I would get more into it and then like the movies more. I'm very much like if I read the books and watch the movie, I get really, really into things like Harry Potter and stuff and Stephen King stuff. So
I was
like 15 when I read those books though, so I don't really remember.
I remember I like didn't like those movies that much when I was growing up, especially like the Gollum parts I thought were particularly
Thought they were
slow.
creepy?
And I still
Oh.
kind of do.
I like
But
those.
after it's funny, Lord of the Rings as well as Forrest Gump, I rewatched in my adulthood and liked them like so many times more than when I was younger.
Straight up, this is like the 5th time he's brought up Forrest Gump in this last week.
Yeah.
He's been talking about Forrest Gump a lot. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a messed up movie. But it's also like a great movie. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. I don't think I appreciated how good those
That's what I'm
movies
saying.
were
That's
when I
what I'm
was
saying.
younger.
If I read it and rewatched the movies, I feel like I'd be way more into it now.
Yeah, it's like a really good movie series, and it
Yeah.
holds up really, really well too.
Something that threw me off whenever I was reading the books, I remember, is that a lot of their names are really similar. So I'd think something was happening to this one character, and then realize like
You're like
half the book later, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a different character."
and you're like Pippin's still in the Shire. What's
no,
happening?
I know all about Pippin. Okay, I mean like all the elf
okay.
names sounded the same to me because they all started with E's.
You're like, oh my gosh.
I don't know.
not
I was like
him
15.
again. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Well-
that'd be cool because it'd be very expansive and it'd probably be mega hard. And is it just like Gnome Stronghold and all those quests? Maybe, but that's none of my business.
Gnome Stronghold. Yeah, also, yeah, I guess kind of. It's probably most similar to like Monkey Madness, I guess.
I was thinking of Monkey Madness.
So that's, I mean, definitely not a bad choice though.
Yeah. But Lord of the Rings is massive. It could be like 10 quests.
Yeah, it
all
would be
Grandmaster.
many, many quests. More quests than the game has.
Prequel to The Hobbit. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Should we do more? A couple more questions, or?
Yeah, let's do like 2.
All right, cool. So, this very first question is from Reddit, and actually, all these are going to be from Reddit, but I think this one's a pretty good one. Actually, they only asked it 20 minutes ago. It says, Is it worth it getting into RS just for the quest line? I'm very fond of memories of playing through the quest, but not sure if they would still hold up.
Wait, that's the only reason I've been playing my GIM is because I'm
Yeah.
having so much fun with the quest. After I'm done with the quest, I'm like, do I even want to keep playing this?
Yeah. The quests, I think, are very, very good. I don't
They're
know if
so
they
good.
like hold up to your, fond memories or whatever you want to call them, but I think as far as quests in a game goes, they're pretty good.
And I think you'll be making new fun memories because there's probably a lot of new quests since they last played.
Yeah, this is definitely something I've talked about with like friends, especially recently, about like New World, because New
Mhm.
World has quests, obviously, but the thing is, they're just like not rewarding. And I
They
feel
just don't
like
hit like RuneScape quests.
RuneScape quests are extremely rewarding
Like
feeling.
whenever you unlock the fairy ring one, that's gonna be the most rewarding thing in the game.
Yeah, like I'm about to finish this quest and I'm actually like really excited
Yeah.
because like yeah, like the progression systems in RuneScape are done so well
Mm-hmm.
that, and also the quests tie into those progression systems so well that it like becomes like really, really rewarding.
Yeah. I love the quests.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've been telling everyone this is my just for funsies account because I'm just going and questing.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, so I would definitely highly recommend it.
I know, you're having so much fun. You're not even reading the quest. You just like the feeling of satisfaction after.
Yeah,
Even that's just fun.
I like it whenever I get like I finish a quest that isn't like hard, but like especially as an Iron Man, collecting the stuff for is kind of like an adventure in itself.
Yeah.
And then once you finish the quest and you go from like 1 smithing to like 29 smithing
Nothing beats that feeling.
in a single quest, you're like, dang, I am a literal god.
Right.
Even though 29 smithing is like practically nothing.
You know, when you're a new account, it's everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really, really nice. And yeah, you should definitely go back and play if that's the only thing
Yes.
holding you back, especially because it's free. And if you like it, then you can bond up for in-game money if you really want to.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So one last question?
Yeah, we can do one more question. And so for this final question, also from Reddit, I think this is actually a pretty good question because it's kind of like a 2-for-1, I guess.
A twofer.
But either way, this person says, I'm thinking about coming back to OSRS after about 2 years away. Play like 4 months a year prior to that and want to know 2 things. What's the coolest thing in the last 2 years or so I should check out? And do people still use OS Buddy or is there a different third-party client?
RuneLight.
Yeah,
Let's answer that one
they
first.
said I'm emigrating from a short-lived New World obsession and want to go back to an actual good developed MMO.
Brutal. Have I mentioned our New World videos aren't getting as much views? Or
Yeah, shots fired, but I mean, it's
brutal.
not unjustified commentary
Ooh,
there.
okay.
Either way, though, so that's why I said it's like kind of a 2-for-1. One, yeah, use RuneLight. No one uses OS Bunny anymore. I guess you could if you want, but there's no real point.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I'm trying to think of what's new in the last 2 years because I only know what's been new this 1 year.
Yeah, what's new in the last 2 years? That's why I kind of like this one because it makes you think about what you really liked in the last 2 years.
Well, there's stuff I've liked in the last 2 years. I've actually been in the game for like the last 8 years, so I don't know.
Yeah, so there's stuff in the last 2 years is like the Hallowed Sepulchre. My answer is going to be Temporos.
I was gonna say Temporos. I do love Temporos
Because I think that's one of the better mini games in the game.
I agree. It's really fun. You can't die in it, which is nice. And the pet is just the pet's insane. It's like a pet with a million fishes inside of it. It's like
Yeah.
a million pets.
I like it because yeah, there's so many good things about it. One, it's one of the better ways to level up your fishing.
It's not as insane as like Winter Talk though,
Yeah, no,
unfortunately.
of course not. But as far as other fishing goes, it's highly competitive.
Yeah, it's like the same.
The rewards are very good,
The rewards are great.
especially for Iron Man, and it is death friendly, so
Yeah.
there's no deaths.
And I think it's just fun.
Yeah, and it's really well made.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Temporos. I
Yeah.
love doing Temporos. That made me not mind getting my my fishing up to 91 for the Mauritania Elite.
Yeah, so I would say Temporos as well, but
Yeah.
some other people will say that it may have already been out, but maybe check out Prifdinus if you haven't done any of that stuff.
I do love
Darkmire.
Prifdinus, but there's no way that's only 2 years old.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cutting it close. But yeah, so there's also Darkmire though, Sins of the Father. So
Oh, Sins of the Father was the last 2 years, huh?
yeah, all that content. I think
Yeah.
also maybe barely the Nightmare.
Yeah.
So if you are into bossing, then you could do that.
Oh, Nightmare is new, huh?
Yeah. So
Before the podcast, I had a very like limited idea what was going on in this game.
Yeah. So I think there's quite a few things that you can go
But
on.
Temperos is number one to
Yeah.
me.
And then of course coming up very soon there's going to be Nex and stuff like that. So if you're really into bossing, then
Next sounds intimidating to me.
yeah. Yeah, so there is a decent amount of stuff that you can do, but yeah, definitely the mini game is going to be, you know, up there for sure as far as some of the best stuff we've received in the last maybe even like 5 years. I think it's a really well done mini game.
It's really good. I love that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
So yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Do you have any plans coming up for the next week?
Just questing more and maybe playing on the main some. I'm not really planning on going on the main until like I get to the point in the optimal quest guide where they're like, all right, now train a bunch of levels before you start the next quest. And that's whenever I'll be like, do I want to?
Yeah.
But that's why I love doing quests at first, because you don't have to like train ever, basically. Yeah, so just questing is my only real plan. We'll see if I could figure out more video stuff. I'm also trying to get more stuff added to the stream. There's a lot of things that I never thought about. Like you could have people like low-key gamble their points away to like vote on polls. So
yeah, predictions and stuff like that.
predictions. Ninja actually had an idea that I might be doing soon where I'm going to try Underground Pass and everyone's going to use their points to vote how many times I'm going to fall off the pass.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that.
You could also, I was thinking of doing something where like you can spend like 50,000 points and it like 50,000 points to high elk something in your bank. Like something in like the 50th slot in your bank.
That's scary. What if it's like something crazy?
Well, yeah, that's the point. That's why people would spend the points, because it's funny.
Oh my gosh. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think that'd be
it's
pretty
like my
funny.
Bando's plate body. Or no, wait, Bando's is my plates. It's like my Bando's tacits.
No, BCP. Yeah, Bando's chest plate.
That'd be really scary.
Yeah, or it could just be like a knife.
Yeah, or it could be Bando's.
Yeah, or especially
or
for
ancestral
especially
robe.
for an Ironman, that could be really crazy.
Oh my god. Okay, that'd be like 100,000 points.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like.
It'd have to be a lot of points.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like a certain amount of points just for your regular inventory or regular storage, and then like even more for your gear tab, and then even more for like your weapons tab or something like that.
Ooh, I'm nervous. Why would you say this idea out loud? Now people might want it.
I think that'd be funny.
Another one that I was thinking of, this is not even funny, but we finally unlocked like having 10 people talking at once, which gave us like VIP slots, but I have no idea who to give VIP to, so we could do like spend 20,000, you could be a VIP in the chat. I think it just gives you a little badge.
Yeah,
I don't think it does anything
you
crazy.
can only do once a day, so
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah.
VIP of the day.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of different options you can do for spending tokens, and I have like almost 200,000. Obviously, I watch the most, but
yeah, I always spend mine.
yeah.
And that little bit of time that I wasn't subscribed to us, I always had to spend my every single day to unlock our emotes.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of different
so far
cool stuff.
all I've added is one to get me to hydrate myself and make me straighten up my posture.
Yeah,
because
you
I just
definitely need that.
I really need those. You guys should really spend that.
Yeah, Michelle definitely needs posture checks like every second of the day.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. So what are you going to be working on?
Some more GIM. I actually just finished Fairy Tale Part 1, so that's pretty hype.
Oh my gosh,
And I
you're
got
going to
to-
get the freaking fairy rings.
I'm gonna get fairy rings and also axes for everyone.
Yes.
And I'm working on Fairy Tale Part 2 so I can get access to the actual fairy rings.
Yay. Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, so that's
I need
pretty
to get
cool.
there.
I'm just gonna keep blasting on the GIM. Hopefully come out with a couple GIM videos. I have all the footage. I have like, actually
You have
dozens
enough
of hours of
footage
footage.
for multiple weeks. You could just get them queued up if you want.
Yeah, I think I might just blast out a couple of them and then put them out more regularly.
Yeah.
Because I had them on the back burner because of New World, but now since New World's more on the back burner, I'm like more focused on GIM. So
Yeah.
I have more of that going on. Gonna keep AFKing Firewatch Sentinels on the main so that I can just keep my GM going as much as possible. I think I only have 2 days left of membership on the GIM, so I need to rebond up pretty soon here.
But yeah, you can afford even getting all these blood shards on the regular.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so
I'm so excited that you finished
overall pretty
part
good.
1.
Hopefully, I'm also, but I mean, speaking of New World, I am hoping there's some really good news coming for New World pretty soon. I mean, it's kind of sad looking right now as it stands.
Yeah. Just refreshing our YouTube page and seeing the view count going down significantly is a little sad.
It's funny because you're talking about that, but I'm just talking about how fun the game is and how not fun it is right now.
I know nothing about the game. I've never played.
Yeah.
I just know I'm the one worried about money.
Yeah. I'm hoping that there's going to be more stuff for me to cover on New World so that...
I know all your most recent videos, you're more just saying the updates. It's not even like stuff you're playing.
Yeah, exactly.
That must suck.
Yeah, so it would be nice to actually have some new content from the game to talk about, some new updates.
Actually be able to play the game in the video.
Because it's honestly feeling a lot like RuneScape right now, where there's just like the updates aren't really...
Yeah.
There's no actual content
in the game
updates.
Isn't as expansive as RuneScape, so you can't find stuff to do.
Yeah.
RuneScape, you could always have something to do.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one thing RuneScape has over is it's still really fun to play.
Yeah.
Whereas New World, I already kind of essentially beat the game, and there's not really anything to do anymore.
Yeah, they need a lot more stuff.
Yeah, so hopefully both games get some updates in the near future. So
that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll even look into some more games to play, and maybe even Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You play Animal Crossing?
No, you.
Oh. He doesn't play Animal Crossing, which he's our mayor. I have to log into his account every time I want to change our island.
Yeah, I'm the boss.
But yeah, if any of you want to check out the stream, it is twitch.tv/Bunebape. I'm on nearly every night around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, going to midnight-ish. Earlier this week I went to 1 a.m. It was kind of nutty.
Yeah.
That was really late. And we also have our Instagram, which is Bunebape. Our YouTube is also Bunebape. Go check out our videos. Our Twitter is Bunebapeosrs. Could not just get Bunebape on that one. Still sucks I have to say it's separate.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. Be sure to stop by on the stream and you can enter our giveaway. It's probably also in the description of this episode. I don't know. But
also one last shout out I just thought of.
Yes.
Whoever on Twitter recommended our podcast and YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, somebody said which RuneScape content creator do you think deserves more love or something? And they said us.
Yeah, shout out to you. The real soldier.
Yeah, we're not logged
in
into Twitter right
battlefield.
now, so we can't say your name.
Yeah, we saw your tweet.
We saw it, and I read it out loud to Rob, and we were both like, "That's so nice."
Yeah.
And they said, and that we made a podcast, so they listen to the podcast. So shout out to you. I'm sorry we don't have your name right now. My laptop's dead, so I can't look.
They know who they are.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That was so kind.
But yeah, I think that's going to be about it for this week. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you all for listening. This is definitely going to be a longer episode than normal.
Yeah,
so
let us know if you enjoy longer episodes.
They're like, I actually hated this.
Yeah, they're like, wow, I suffered through 30 more minutes than normal.
All right, well, we'll talk to you all next week.
Later, bye.
Bye.